Hey, what's up? Um, it's me again. Um, I started this blog talking about addiction and the recovery process of it and everything. And if you've watched it, then you know I've had a rough week this week. I've been clean 8 months, and this week has been the hardest week for me to get through, say 4 or 5. Maybe 4. I don't know. I've been really stressed out this week. And I guess maybe I was having a craving because I've been just pissed off at the world. Fucking pissed off at the world. And I think, I'm pretty sure I was having a craving. These cravings aren't no joke. I know people that's been clean for a year. I know people that's been clean for 2 months. I know people who's been clean for 10, 15 years go out and relapse. This is an everyday struggle for me. Some days I don't think about it, but this week it's been hard. When I get mad or upset or really stressed out, I just want it to go away. So my simple solution is to take a Xanax, make it go away. I know I talk about God a lot, but I'm telling you guys my experience and what I go through, and how I deal with it. And not everybody looks to God the way I do, but I've been thinking a lot about my friends who I should and shouldn't be around, where I live, why I live here, why I don't make as much money as I need to, why I haven't, gotten far as I want to get, and that I should be by now. And I guess maybe questioning why God hasn't chosen to let me have all these things yet. And I guess I kind of figured it out a little bit this week. I'm not ready to move out of this house. I'm not ready to have my money to free it, I would love it. I would love to be able to have money and to pay for, my rent gets paid. That's about it. I get cigarettes for the week. My phone bill, I managed to pay it, but I don't have money for it, But I think that if I had that and I was able to move out of here and I didn't have accountability, I don't know, not after this week. This week was a reality check because, I kind of got used to this being sober thing because I hadn't had a craving in so long and I hadn't thought about it in so long, and then it just hit me this week. And I know why it hit me, because I was upset about things, stressed out to the max, that kind of stuff. These cravings come on, and my best friend and I were on the phone for like 2 hours last night, and she put it to the bestest terms. She's like, it's like an itch that you can't scratch. If you start scratching it, you can't stop. And that's the best comparison to these cravings that I have ever heard or that I could come up with myself. I was supposed to get up with this girl that I know last night, an old friend, from back in the day. And I was talking yesterday. I know I talked yesterday, and I said that, it's another blessing, and how people have to live around me. Well, she texted me and said that she had to go pick somebody up that got into a bind. And I'm sure maybe she did, but I'm sure she was going out too, I don't care. I don't care, really, but, yeah, it kind of hurt my feelings, but it is what it is, We used to once be best friends. I have my best friend, her and I were out in the street together. It's where we met. and her and I got into the rooms together. We lost contact out on the street. She stole a car, and she had to take off running with this car, and I didn't know it was going down. I was inside the apartment, and we lost each other. And when we found each other again, it was on Facebook, and she was living in a recovery house, and I was living in a recovery house. You know, it's really amazing, but we've stayed friends this whole time, and I love her to death. She's my best friend, and I'm so grateful that she's my best friend. She gets me, I get her, we get each other. You know, I was just thinking about had I gave in last week. Well, first off, I would lose my place to live. Second off, I would lose the chance to be with my kid. Missing him 2 days, well, you know, it's going to end up being a month before I get to see him. But not being able to talk to him and not have the opportunity to go see him is so much worse than being able to talk to him every day and knowing that I'm going to eventually see him. You know, I don't want to mess that all up, all because I had a bad day and I felt like getting high. You know. And I was also, you know, thinking about normal people and how normal people can drink and normal people can do this and normal people can do that, and man's law and God's law and all this stuff. And I got to thinking, if I was supposed to be one of these people that could drink or, you know, take his Xanax every now and again, I wouldn't have been placed into this house after I got out of rehab. It was by God that I got into rehab. It was by God that I got into this house. This house particular, I think I was meant to get into with the girls that I've met in here. Some come and gone, but ones that have been here for about as long as I have and longer than I have, I wouldn't take back anything in the world not to have met these girls. I love my roommates. They're freaking awesome. You know, we have issues in the house or whatever, but when it comes to a one-on-one basis with each chick, I have my own relationship with them, and I love them to death. We had a girl relapse not too long ago, and she's pregnant, and she went back out. She's not even from here. She's from somewhere else, and she's young as hell, and I mean young, like 21. And I don't think, she doesn't know anything about the city. She don't know anything about Charlotte, you know. And she went back out there on these streets when she's from the country, and she called today, and she got beat up by some crack dealer or something. These ants won't leave me alone. But, and she's still pregnant. You know, I don't get the whole getting high while you're pregnant thing, but of course, who knows? You know, I wasn't a full-blown addict. I smoked weed. I ate Xanaxes. I drank. But when I got pregnant, I quit smoking cigarettes, like, right then, everything. But, you know, addiction, this thing ain't no joke, you know. It gets people in different ways. But she just called today again, and she's back in detox, and, you know, it just makes me think, you know, like, this isn't no joke, you know. This is serious. It's a life or death situation, and if you don't have anybody that loves you enough to save you, then you damn well better believe in God. That's where I was. My whole family disowned me. Nobody talked to me. Nobody. I got 2 sisters, 1 brother, and not one of them talked to me. My mother didn't talk to me. Nobody talked to me. Nobody loved me. You know, that's how I felt. And, you know, I don't know how I feel about it now, you know, but at the same time, I could care less if I was loved by anybody else because God loves me. And if it wasn't for God's love and God loving me, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be alive. I wouldn't be breathing. I wouldn't have this opportunity to talk to my son on the phone and for him to tell me he don't feel like talking. you know, I'm grateful for that. And I just hope that anybody that's out there that feels like nobody loves them and everybody's already given up on them, if that's you, just remember God loves you and He'll be here for you because He always has. You know, you may not feel Him as strong and you may not feel like He's there, but He is. At least He was for me, and I don't see why He'd be any different for anybody else. Not after everything I've done. But this week was hard, you know. This damn demon's been trying to get at me this whole time. I wanted to get fucked up bad. I wanted to take a Xanax. I wanted to do something, you know. Didn't necessarily want to go shoot dope, but I wanted to do something. And I can't say I really wanted to take a Xanax. It was in the back of my mind, and I thought about it some. But I was so aggravated. But I got up and I went to church this morning, got me some Jesus, went to God's house. I felt good. It made me feel good. And I'm okay today. And had I gave in, listen, had I gave in to that, you know, what the hell, you know, because it is a scratch that you can't itch. That itch eventually goes away. It may be, your foot might be itching forever and you can't scratch it because your shoe's on, but it goes away. And as long as you can get through that and just endure it, you know. I mean, I've endured much worse things out on the street, you know, much worse things being around the wrong people. I've learned a couple lessons this week about what people really care about me and what people don't when it comes to not only my sobriety, but who I am as a person. If you don't care about my sobriety and you feel like that it's okay if I take a Xanax or if I do something like that, then you're not really my friend, you know, because my sobriety is who I am right now. It has who I have to be. This is a fight that I'm trying to conquer. And I mean, I want to win this, and I'm going to win this. I'm not going to lose. I'm not. It's not an option. Giving up's not an option. Got to get it in, you know. But I don't know. I made it to the Cravings. They're gone today. Hopefully they'll be gone tomorrow. It's really all I got for today. It's a gorgeous day outside. You know, I'm so glad summertime's coming. It's fucking awesome. But I don't know, you know, it's an everyday fight for me. And you'd think after 8 months you'd be 100% cured. No, you're not. I don't think 8 years from now I'll be 100% cured. I want to be a mother. I want to be a respectable woman. I want to be a respected mother, you know? That's what I want. And I'm not going to let the devil win. This ain't his game no more. You know. But you know I talk about God a lot, but that's how I do it. I'm telling you guys how I do it, and not everybody's the same. But I get through life knowing God's got me. I get through this, and I hope that anybody that is going through this type of shit, I pray for them every day, you know, and I just hope that they have the courage to turn their life and will over to the care of God, because You know, this is the only way I made it. I wouldn't, you know, I didn't care about myself at all. I just wanted to die. And I was dead inside. Dead inside. There was nothing left in me to go on or to try. Like, I thought that I was hopeless. I thought there was nothing good left in me. Completely dead. And if he would not have picked me up and carried me and got me where I'm at, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here talking to you guys. But that's just me. You know, everybody has their own things. I'm just telling my side. But that's all I got for today. Oh no. It has been a rough week though. I hope that somebody's listening that can get something out of this, you know. If anything, it helps me out. So, whatever. I don't know. Holla.